Hi everyone, my name is Vinay Kumar Sharma. We are covering the first chapter of History and Approach Towards the Past. This is the second video of the same chapter. In the first video, we discussed about some basic concepts of history. If you haven't seen that video, I urge you to see that video, then you will be able to understand this video in a better way. Its link has been provided you in the description box of this video. In today's video, we will learn impact of geography of a country on history, the concept of dates in history, what is epigraphy, and what is radiocarbon. So let's start. What is the impact of geography of a country on history? The geography of a country plays a major role in its history. In geography, we cover river systems of countries, physical features of countries like mountains, plateaus, plains, and the location of a country on globe. All these geographical features play a vital role in determining the history of a country. Like River Nile helped in the development of Egyptian civilization. Dating. Dear students, now let's see which are the geographical factors which determine the history of India. So dear students, there are 4 factors which determine the history of India, and these factors are the Great Himalayas, the Northern Plains, the Deccan Plateau, and the coastal plains. Now let's study about these factors in detail one by one. So as you can see, this is the world map and this is our country India, and in the northern side of India there is a wall of mountain to which we call Himalayas, and the height of the mountains in this mountain range is very much, so due to which many invaders could not enter towards the northern side of India. Similarly, you can see in the north and west side of India many ranges of mountains are also there, and as compared to the northern part of the India, here the mountains height is less, and here many passes are there. Pass is a natural way between the two mountains, and there are many passes are there like Khyber, Trichy, Kunlun and Gomal, and many invaders from the north side of the India or north side of Southeast Asia entered India through these passes. So this is one factor due to which the history of India changed. Now let's move towards next factor, that is The impact of coastal plains. So as you can see in this map, the area from the run of Kutch of Gujarat towards the area of the West Bengal, this area come under the coastal plains. So these coastal plains of India were isolated by land, but they were open to the sea to establish commercial relationship with the European, Southeastern Asia and the African countries. In fact, the first Muslim and the Christian traders reached Kerala by sea. They came from the European countries and reached at Kerala. Similarly, many people from the Africans came and entered in the coastal plains of India. Now let's proceed towards the next factor responsible for determining the history of India, and this factor is the impact of the northern plains of India. As you can see in the green color, this is the northern plains of India. They are spread from the north side of India towards the east side of India, and here many rivers are flowing in this area, like river Ganga and its tributaries. Similarly, towards the east side the river is entering towards this side, that is river Brahmaputra, and these rivers are bringing the fresh soil through floods in this area, so making this area fertile area. Similarly, they are also serving as a means of transport. So means of transport developed in this area. Similarly, the good agricultural production also was there, due to which the people of this area became prosper, and by attracted of this prosperity, many foreign invaders towards the west side of India, they entered in India and they started residing in this area permanently. The next factor which determines the history of India is the impact of Deccan Plateau, and the area which you see in the brown color, that covers under the Deccan Plateau. It always had been a very strong and powerful military base, so it was not easy for mighty powers of the north to win and control Deccan for a long time. Dear students, now let's try to understand the concept of dates in history. We use calendar in our day-to-day life to know about days of week, festivals or events occurring during the month or year. In the same way, we use calendar to describe important historical events in history, and there are many types of calendars are there, like Hijri calendar and Vikram Sambat calendar, but we use the Christian calendar to describe about the historical dates. To describe important dates, we use two terms. One is called BC, stands for before Christ, and the second term is AD, stands for Anno Domini. Now what is the meaning of both the terms? Let's try to understand through next slide. So in this slide you can see here I have made a timeline, and the Christian calendar starts from the date on which the Lord of Christians, Jesus Christ, was born. That year is considered as the starting of the Christian calendar, and that is considered as 1 AD. Anything occurred after the birth of the Jesus Christ, that is considered as AD. AD stands for Anno Domini, means after the birth of Jesus Christ. Like the Kargil War occurred in 1999. When I am recording this video in 2020, there is a spread of COVID-19 virus all over the world. Now, what is the meaning of BC? Anything occurred before the birth of Jesus Christ, that is considered as BC. BC stands for before Christ. Like the Kalinga War occurred in 261 BC. It means it occurred 261 years back from the birth of the Jesus Christ. Nowadays, instead of using BC and AD, many historians use the term BCE and CE. BCE stands for before current era, means before the birth of Jesus Christ, and CE stands for the time period which is going on nowadays. Dear students, now let's move towards our next subtopic, that is what is an epigraphy. So it is the study of inscriptions as writings. It is the science of identifying scripts, clarifying their meanings and classifying their uses according to date and cultural context. A person using the method of epigraphy is called epigrapher. Now here you may not understand the meaning of the word inscriptions. So inscriptions means written records engraved on a rock, metal pillars, copper plates, cave walls, walls of temples and the palaces, and on the clay tablet like you can see in this picture. Now let's move towards our next topic, that is what is radiocarbon technique. Dear students, you might have heard on the media that from a particular area the remains of the dinosaurs are found. You might have heard about the mummies, and the scientists say that after identifying or after verifying the bones or the other part of the dinosaurs or the mummies, that they were living this much years back. So how they come to know that the age of the mummies and the dinosaurs? So dear students, they come to know about the age of the organisms through a technique to which we call radiocarbon technique. Now what is a radiocarbon technique? A radiocarbon is a technique used to date organic matters, for example bone. Let's try to understand this with the help of this diagram. Dear students, there are the different type of carbons are there which are found in the atmosphere, and out of different carbons one common form of carbon is the carbon 14. It is found in the atmosphere and it is used by the plants. Whenever any animal eat the plants, some amount of the carbon 14 goes in the body of the organisms, and whenever that animal is eaten by any other animal, then some parts remain in the body of that animals also, and it is excreted out through the excretory system of the animals till those animals are alive. But after the death of the animal, some part of the carbon 14 remains in the body of the organisms, and it start decaying very slowly. It will decay in 5730 years, approximately one half. And by the amount of carbon 14 found in the body of the organisms, we can find the age of any living organisms, or we can find the age that this much years back this animal or this organisms would be alive. This is all about in today's video. Now let's recapitulate whatever we have studied in the video. Dear students, first of all we studied that the geography of a country plays a vital role in its history. Then we studied that BC stands for anything that happened before the birth of Jesus Christ, and AD stands for anything that happened after the birth of Jesus Christ. Afterwards we studied epigraphy is the study of written matters on hard or durable materials, and in the last we studied about radiocarbon dating. It is a technique used to date organic matters, for example bones. Now let's do the quick revision whatever we have studied in this video. Tick at the correct option. Dash are the written records engraved on rocks, copper plates, clay tablets. Your options are inscriptions, coins and books. Well, the answer to this question is inscriptions. Second question. Dash is a technique used to date organic matters, for example bones, and your options are epigraphy, radiocarbon and prehistory. So answer to this question is radiocarbon. Third question. Anything happened after the birth of Jesus Christ is dated as BC, AD or both A or B. To answer this question is AD. So this is all about in today's video. God bless you, all of you. Stay protected and stay healthy in your homes. Thank you very much.